All right, so I do get questions. Why do I have so many of the same tool, here and there? Yeah, you're not going to need 6, 7, 8, 10 quarter-inch hex impacts unless you're running a huge crew. I have a few more than I need, but we'll get into it. But the one reason that I have multiple tools is this reason right here. It's got to get sent in for repair. So yeah, I have multiples, but at the same time, broken tools. Let's get into it. All right, guys, so yes, multiple tools. Let's get into it. The main thing for having multiple tools, for obviously reasons, they break. That's how I got into multiple tools. I bought one drill, one impact. Love the impact, but it did break. It was a rigid. I think that's the first gen, and the first gen 18 volt. And so I had to go buy. I mean, if you use a drill, yeah, it works. But I was working piece rate at the time. I need to make money. Time is money. Just get, buy another tool, just get it going. And then once the other tool got fixed, hey, I had 2 tools, and I was like, hey, this is nice. So that's where it started way back when. So tools break. Obviously, I have multiple nailers that need to be fixed. I got 2 Hitachis. That Milwaukee framing nailer needs to be fixed. So yeah, I'm down a few nailers, but I'll throw a picture in here if you can see. I have plenty of nailers. I can keep working. Whoever needs it can keep working. The job site is not hurt by a broken tool. Now that being said, if we have 4 broken tools, that's a problem. I've had in those impacts, I've had 3 of them down at one time. Now, do you need 6 or 7? Probably not. But at the same time, I've had 3 Milwaukee triggers. You've seen them in my reviews before. If not, I'll link them in the description. And again, I'll link all of these tools that I'm using in the description, affiliate links, if you guys need to pick them up yourself. But yeah, the tools break. Milwaukee's great with their repair. E-repair, I'll get it back in about a week in a couple days or so. Either it's fixed or replaced. And I've had one tool where it was out of warranty, and they said, hey, you can spend $75 or $80 to fix it, or we can send it back to you or whatever. I was like, hey, you guys can keep it. It was like a first gen M12 impact. I mean, it wasn't worth it. You can buy a new one for like $90 or even cheaper than that on the, on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist or whatever it was. So, yeah, they break. That's why I have multiple tools. Now, I got to keep in mind, the next reason I have them is efficiency. If you're building stuff, if you're in production, if you're furniture making, whatever, if you don't have changing bits out, or, if you have one drill, that's time consuming, and time is money. For me, if I'm doing stuff, if I'm pre-drilling with one, drilling with another one, or if I need to hide something, if I'm coping something, if I need multiple bits on a job, like my pulks, if I'm building a pulk bench, I'm gonna have 2 or 3 impacts, each one with their own bit, and then I have a drill for pre-drilling. That way I don't need to keep undoing bits, putting them in, finding them where they're at, all that kind of stuff. I can just grab it, and just keep going and just keep the job site going. That's basically, efficiency is fantastic. Now, another thing is if I have an impact, I leave it, in the house, and I'm going someplace else to do something else, or in the house, or even another job site. I don't need to turn around, go back, get the tool. I was like, all right, that tool's there. I know where it's at. We're headed to the next job site, or I'm headed to the next appointment. To hang a lamp or whatever I'm doing. I don't need to worry about oh, I only have one of those tools, I need to go turn around. That does happen because I have a few miter saws. It's like, all right, that miter saw's on that job site, that miter saw's on another job site, so I'm left with my 7 1/4. Is that good enough to do the job the job at hand? Yes or no, kind of thing. So with the bigger tools, it's different. But at the same time, that's why multiple tools comes extremely in handy. It does. Like, so if you're drilling, if you're trying to hammer drill through some brick, you can have another drill there. So once you get to the brick, you got the wood bit right there. Boom, you can blast through it. You're good to go. You can feed whatever you need to, mount whatever you need to. I know changing bits out is not that much time consuming, or it's not as time consuming as certain other tasks, but at the same time, it all adds up, right? So yeah, efficiency, that's another big key, right behind tools breaking, and actually have another replacement right on hand. You're not having to go to the store and pick up another one. Now, I will say bigger tools, I don't like, say table saw. track saw. I'm trying to think, you know, obviously my concrete cutting saw. Bigger tools, it's not cost effective, and we'll get into that in a second, for me to have multiple tools, because it's, I can, if they do go down and my job site's affected by it, or it's hindered by it, then I can go and assume the cost, buy another one, get the other one fixed, and either resell it to recoup my cost or return the new tool. It is what it is. So the next reason to have multiple tools is cost of ownership, which means I'll get tools on deals. Like, so if I need another battery, if it's coming on deal, like, hey, you know, buy these two, you buy this battery pack, you get a free tool. You buy a tool, you get a free battery pack. But if you need the batteries, but you don't need the tool, I mean, that's the way of doing it. That's how I accumulated a couple of my impacts as a drill. You know, I needed some batteries. I needed some extra batteries to keep myself going. Or even if those batteries are on sale, I'll buy them, I get a free tool. Or really discounted. Like if you're, you can buy a discounted tool at like 30 bucks. You know, what's 30 bucks if you have an extra tool at one job that you're using it where you needed it, it pays for itself, and now you have multiple tools. So the cost of ownership is great when it comes to the smaller stuff, because they go on sale a lot. The cost of ownership for, like, say, that concrete saw, a paint sprayer, a tile saw, depending on what you're doing. Yeah, I don't have two of those tools because you're spending a couple $1,000s on another concrete saw is not really my budget, nor I don't get the return on investment with that tool. Same thing with I don't do tile every day, so I have one tile saw. If I needed a smaller one or anything like that, either I'd sub the work out or then I would go buy it. So that's basically the way I look at it. If the tool's vastly more expensive, then I gotta have a reason. The tool has to make me money. So even the second tool has to make these tools need to make money. And I can see spending small amounts of money to have an extra tool on hand, keep one here at the house, something downstairs, multiple job sites, but I'm not spending, I'm not gonna have a concrete saw, MX Fuel concrete saw on every job site. It's not good business, it's not smart. So cost of ownership has to be taken into consideration. Every tool needs to be paid for itself. Every tool I own has paid for itself, but if it's not gonna pay for itself in a couple of years, then might as well just rent it, right? So need versus wants. I have a lot of vacuums, and mostly, some of them, they have different jobs. Yeah, I have multiple vacuums, but they do have different. I have a job site one where I can just go around wet, dry. Then I have my HEPA one, my Makita. That does not get used in water, obviously. So yeah, I have multiple vacuums, but they serve different purposes. You get multiple drills. One's a hammer, one's not a hammer drill, so they serve different purposes. One's small, compact, one's a right angle. So even though they're technically the same tool, they do have different purposes. If you have different aspects. I've been in a spot where a right angle drill saved my butt. A regular drill wouldn't fit, and it absolutely, I've been in a crawl space or in an attic, just reaching, trying to fish that wire. So it's absolutely a necessity to have, even though it's a drill, they're a little different for sure, and have different attachments. So in a need versus want, you gotta look at it. Do I need 7 impacts? No, but if you're getting a couple of them for 20, 30 bucks, what is that? Like, that's nothing really. So yeah, that's basically what I got for multiple tools. That's why I have so many tools. Do you need them? No, you don't need all of those, but at the same time, it saved my butt. I'm not gonna lie, multiple times. Hey, this is snapped, this broke, just grab another one. Hey, employee breaks ones, lose ones, whatever it is, go grab another one. That's the reason. Same reason with the bits. Now they're expensive, they break, you have to have warranty, but at the same time, you got if you're under contract with the customer, it's not the customer's fault nor their problem that your tools break, because that's what they're paying you for. So basically all I got, guys. Like and subscribe. See you in the next video.